A very good morning, class 7. Welcome to the English classes. Well, we have almost come to the end of the syllabus in Honeycomb, and this is the last chapter that we are doing from Honeycomb, that is the story of cricket. Okay, before starting this, just let me tell you that I had given an activity last week where you had to either record your voice or you had to sketch the meadows. Okay, either you have sung the song and sent me in the mail ID, okay, that you already know, the mail ID you already know. Many of you have already sent me also. I have received and I have even acknowledged that I have received your mails. Very beautifully you have portrayed the activity. The same activity will be passed on to the music teacher and your art teacher, because they will also mark you based on your sketches. So those who have given me, well and good. Those who haven't given me or sent it to the mail, slowly you start sending it. Either you are recording your voice and giving the tune to the poetry Meadow Surprises, like I did, if you remember. Or you can make your own poetry on meadows and the beauties of beautiful things in the meadows, and you can compose and give tune to it and sing it as an audio and send it to me, to my mail ID. Or you can sketch beautifully. You can write 1 or 2 lines if you want. So many of you have written really well. Okay, some of you have rhymed it very beautifully. In the next class, I will talk about it. Okay, on Wednesday, in the Google Meet, I'll be talking about your activities as well. And we'll be doing this chapter, the story of cricket. Okay, children? Fine. So I proceed. This particular lesson, I think, will be loved by all, because games and sports is such a area where everybody is interested in. Okay, especially boys. Isn't it? Boys, they have this tendency to either opt for soccer or football or cricket or badminton or tennis. Okay, it can be any field games that they have seen which has created interest amongst them. So cricket is like that particular game. Even in movies it has been portrayed, so many times. In Lagan, if you have seen Amir Khan's movie, there also you will find that the first time when the Britishers challenged the Indians regarding the game of cricket. So how did we manage? Indians managed. Then there was a film on Harippa or something like that, okay, where there was this cricket match was there and all. So cricket has always attracted the attention of people, okay, around the globe, around the world. Okay, it is not specific to the place itself, India, but throughout the countries like Australia, West Indies, England, Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, Pakistan, obviously India. Okay, and you all have your personal favorites like Virat Kohli or Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, so these players have always attracted you. So today we'll get to know how this particular game became important to India. Okay, it did not originate in India, you know very well. It originated in Britain or England. And then as the colonies settled in India, or as the East India Company settled and ruled India, that time it was passed to Indians as well. Okay, so let's begin. Cricket grew out of many stick and ball games played in England 500 years ago under a variety of different rules. So initially when cricket started happening, it was a regular stick and ball game. Okay, it did not get the new look or the new version that we are seeing now. The word bat is an old English word that simply means stick or club. Okay, so it was just a stick game basically. Gilli Danda or these kinds of games like hockey. Okay, so very similar. By the 17th century, what happened? Cricket had evolved enough to be recognized as a distinct game. Later in the 17th century, cricket became so very prominent, recognizable, okay, as a distinct game. What are the peculiarities of cricket? One of the peculiarities of cricket is that a test match can go on for 5 days and still end in a draw. No other team sport takes even half as much time to complete. So cricket can be, pulled, elongated, stretched. 5 days test matches we have seen. Okay, and none of other games have been so big or lengthy. Okay, a football match is generally over in an hour and a half. Even baseball completes 9 innings in less than half the time that it takes to play a limited overs match. The shortened version of modern cricket, the baseball is the shortened version, is a small cricket-like game that also finishes well in advance, well before time. But cricket goes on. It's a very long game, lengthy game. Okay. Now you can see the different bats. It's a travel to the present. Like from the yesteryears, the first one, if you see from the left, it is the hockey stick like. So that was the bat initially. Then the second, then the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and the eighth one is the regular present version of the bat that you are playing with. Okay, other bats you can see, some are little long, some are like oval shaped at the base. Okay, club like. Fine. So these are the shapes that varied, okay, with the centuries, with time. And what we come to know, the characteristics of cricket. Another curious characteristics of cricket is that the length of the pitch is specified. You all know it is 22 yards. But the size or shape of the ground is not. The pitch is always specific, it will not change. Fine, wherever you go to play cricket, standard cricket game, it is 22 yards. But then the size of the ground may vary, which doesn't happen with other sports. If you see, there's always a rigid court, okay, a boundary. If you are playing basketball, you will get a rigid boundary. If you're playing football, you definitely have the 2 goalposts, and there is a specified measurement of the field. But here for cricket, this is again a very peculiar characteristics, that the field may vary in length and area, in size. Okay, so that is the peculiarity of it. Now for example, you see grounds can be oval like the Adelaide Oval, or nearly circular like Chepauk in Chennai. So some place the ground is absolutely oval. Adelaide is in Australia, and it is like complete circle in Chennai. A 6 at the Melbourne cricket ground needs to clear much more ground than it does at Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. Like suppose it varies. Suppose I take the bat and start batting in Melbourne, I will have to hit it harder so that it goes for a 6. But in Firozshah Kotla in Delhi, just a stroke of your bat might, lead you to a 6. So your game has to vary with the fields. That's why, they talk about pitch. Whenever this commentators start talking about the match, they'll talk about how is the weather, how is the pitch, how much is the swing in the ball. All these things are told because it varies. And even the batsman should know about the field where they are going to play. Whether it is oval, whether it is like little square or it's an absolute circle. So they should know it. Fine. So this is the peculiarity. Now cricket was the earliest modern team sport to be codified. Codified means law was passed on. Cricket is the first game, you can say, where rules were formulated. Codified is the codes for, like, you have all set rules. The first written law of cricket was drawn up in 1744. Long way back. They stated, the principals shall choose from amongst the gentlemen present 2 umpires who will absolutely decide all disputes. So the first rule that they are specifying is about the umpire. Okay, and it's very essential. Now you have 3rd umpires, but previously there were only 2 umpires whose decision was taken to be final. And the stumps must be 22 inches high and the bail across them 6 inches. These are very specific. This will never change in a standard international cricket match. The ball must be between 5 and 6 ounces and the two sets of stumps 22 yards apart. So the pitch is 22 yards and these stumps 22 inches and the ball is 5 and 6 ounce almost between that. So these are the specific areas of cricket. So this is very interesting. You have interest in it, you go and read about the history of cricket, you will get a lot of interesting facts about it. Okay, so I'll continue it tomorrow, and in the Google Meet live class I'll complete this lesson. So be ready with cricket. Okay, so we might have a game or two in the online classroom. Okay children, have a great day. Bye bye.